Hello everyone, welcome back to Bioholic channel. I am your educator Orpita Vishwas and I was discussing about cell division. The general introduction about the cell division was completed in the previous video, and today I am discussing about the cell cycle and its control over. So guys, let's start. Cell cycle is mainly controlled by three things, which are the cytoplasm and nucleus ratio of the cell, the proper replication of the DNA present in the chromatin spindles, and the microtubular alignment during the cell cycle. If these three things are checked, then the cycle goes through division. And these things are mainly checked by the checkpoints present in the cell cycle. There are mainly three checkpoints which will be discussed later. So, if these points are properly done, then there would be some positive signals. So, we can say there are two types of signal. The positive signal, which allows the cell to divide. And if there is any problem according to these three things, there will be a negative signal. And this causes cell division to be stopped. The positive signal is mainly carried out by cyclin and CDK complexes, and the negative signal is mainly carried out by P53, P21, ATM, ATK, etc. proteins. The negative signals causes the cell to go through apoptosis or normal cell death. There are mainly two stages of cell cycle. Number one is the interphase and number two is the mitotic phase. In the interphase, there is no division. There is only preparation for cell division. And in mitotic phase, the cell divides itself into two daughter cells. So let us talk about first about the interphase, in which the cell prepares itself for cell division. In interphase, there are three distinguished steps. Number one is the G1, in which the cell grows. The second stage is the S phase, in which DNA synthesis or DNA replication took place, which is the doubling of the DNA templates. Next or third is the G2 phase, which is growth and preparation for the mitotic division. And we can see in the mitotic phase there are mainly four stages. The prophase, in which chromatin condenses into chromosomes and nucleus disappears. The metaphase, in which chromosomes line up along the metaphase plate. The anaphase, in which chromosomes break at centromeres and sister chromatids move to the opposite ends of the cells. The telophase, in which nuclear membrane reforms, nucleoli reappears and chromosomes unwinded into chromatin. And after that, the cytokinesis or division of cytoplasm took place. And in the G1 phase, the first growth phase, the cell grows in them. For the cell division, there is many types of proteins which are needed, and it needs many energies. So in this phase, this energy formation and protein formation took place. And in S phase, as I discussed, cell duplicates its DNA and centrosomes also duplicates itself. And the last growth phase, cell grows some more and there is increase in the cytoplasm concentration. Now let us talk about the checkpoints. As I said before, there are mainly 3 checkpoints. From G1 to S, there is G1 checkpoint, which also can be called as restriction checkpoint. From G2 to the M cycle, there is a G2 checkpoint, and in between mitotic phase there is M checkpoint. So as a whole, there are 3 types of checkpoints in which the cell checks itself to be prepared for the cell division. There is a major component known as the cyclin plays a major role in the checkpoints. But the cyclin cannot be activated by itself. There is another protein named the CDK. The cyclin dependent kinase helps cyclins to be activated, and when it is activated, then it acts upon on the checkpoints. So in case of G1 phase, the cyclin D and CDK4 plays a major role. And during the last phase of G1, the cyclin E and CDK2 plays the major role. From the G1 to the S phase, the concentration of cyclin A and CDK2 increases in the level. And during the G2 to M phase, the cyclin B and CDK1 increases its level. So as a whole, we can say from S to G2, there is a role of cyclin A. From G2 to M phase, the role of cyclin B. From M phase or G1 phase to S phase, there is a role of cyclin D. And from S to G2, there is a phase help of cyclin E. So, how the cyclin dependent kinase works? The CDK binds with the cyclin. This causes phosphate donating protein kinase to be activated. Then the cyclin CDK complex is phosphorylated, and thus activated CDK cyclin complex phosphorylates the target protein in the checkpoints. And thus this activated protein and advances the cell cycle. So here the phosphorylation plays a major role. So let us talk about in details the extracellular growth factor, which activates cyclin D, and with the help of CDK4, the cyclin D is activated and forms a cyclin CDK4 complex. This activates E2F responsive genes via phosphorylation and deactivation of RB causes. This activates cyclin E and cyclin A and other proteins necessary for the DNA synthesis in the S phase. The cyclin E attaches with the CDK2 and forms the complex, and cyclin A attaches with the CDK2 and forms the complex. The cyclin E CDK2 complex helps in the G1S checkpoint, and cyclin A CDK2 complex help in the G2M checkpoint. And in the other hand, the CDK2 is activate the cyclin A and cyclin E protein. And if there is a negative, this is the positive signal which I discussed. And now if there is a negative signal by DNA damage, so there is activation of P53 and P21, which causes a negative impact on the cyclin D CDK4 complex, and there is no activation of E2F responsive genes via phosphorylation, and thus the cyclin E and cyclin A is also not to be formed. This causes cell death or apoptosis. In this diagram, the apoptosis process is shown. The apoptosis is mainly caused by the p53 and BCL2 protein. In this diagram, the cyclin expression cycle is shown, means in which stages which cyclins are increased in level. In G1 to mitosis phase, the cyclin D remains in a constant stage. In the G1 phase, the cyclin increases in the concentration, and in mitotic phase, it lowers its concentration. The cyclin E increases at the junction point of G1 to S phase. The cyclin E increases its concentration from G1 phase and lowers its concentration in the mitotic phase preparation. And the last one, the cyclin B, increases itself during the S phase starting, and during the mitotic phase, its concentration declines. There is another phase called G0. In this stage, the cell doesn't show any type of growth or any type of dividing nature. So we can say as a whole, the G0 phase is the stopping of cell division and cell growth, or arrest of cell. So that's all for today. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to share it and subscribe our channel. And after that, please hit the bell icon for further future notification. And don't forget to comment. And if you have any queries, please contact us through our Gmail ID, which is given in the description box. So that's all for today. We will meet on next Monday with the next topic, the amitosis cell division. Thank you.